Good evening, everyone. Hopefully, you're all doing well. Welcome back to all of you who were here earlier today, and you got to see some Royalty Series action. Today, we get to see, tonight, we get to see a little bit more from the Rocket League Splash Series. Hopefully, you all are doing well. I mean, it's great to see you all coming back, showing support. Welcome to the Sporty stream. I'm Sporty FC, and again, you've made it to the last week of the regular season of the Rocket League Splash Series Tsunami Cup. Tsunami Cup, sponsored by Lotus 80 Sports, next to New Sports, and Claim to Fame Entertainment. We got a pretty good match tonight here. Hunter's Astra, who we have seen on this stream before, taking on Thrive Academy, an org that we have not seen before, but full of players that we have seen. We've seen Goose, we've seen Shay, I'm almost certain we've seen Tulsi as well, but Astra, team that you should definitely recognize, because this roster has not changed since the last time we saw them. As they were known as Astra, or the Royals, actually, in the ATS Advent Cup, sponsored by House Gryffindor, where they made a top 4 finish, or as they were last known as Astra, in the ATS Paradise Cup 2, sponsored by Team Evo, where they made a top 16 finish, if I'm not wrong. So, a very good team here, but again, we've got some very tough matches for both of these sides. Thrive Academy right now sitting at a 4-2 record, and 100x35 Esports Astra at 5-1. So for Astra, the only loss actually coming to their fellow org mates on 100x Rio. For Thrive Academy, they have not lost since week 3. So both these teams running on very long game-winning streaks, and because of that, they have also both secured spots in the postseason. No result here will eliminate either team from the postseason, but of course, good results can get you into that top 2 out of your group, which itself does have an advantage. You get a bye. You get to guarantee yourself a spot past round 1. You go to this, almost at the semifinals. You go to the quarterfinals, I believe, is how it would work. So, I mean, again, these are teams that are both right there. Astra's at the number 2 spot, and Thrive is at the number 3 spot. And if Thrive wins here, they will most likely surpass Astra. Now, they do have next to new Cosmos, also right behind them, who they have to be careful about, but point for Cosmos. I mean, they don't have anything to lose. They're playing against Broken Onyx this week, which is a team that is also 5-1, actually, and Astra actually looking to surpass them as well. We'll see how things are going here.
My scan radius is
but again, reminder, if you can get yourself in that top 2 out of your group, you guarantee yourself a spot in the quarterfinals, which means one less round you have to play in that single elimination bracket at the end of the season. A single elimination bracket that has now been confirmed and is slated here. You can find the announcement schedule. Not the right channel. Again, it's slated for, I think, mid-January, I believe. It might be, I don't like taking guesses, but I think it is for the 11th. If I'm not wrong. Definitely a time that you wouldn't be focusing on, although again, with how many matches these teams are going to play, it's a lot of matches for one night, by the way. 4 matches at least for a night, which is a lot. And I know, from running a league myself, not easy to play that many matches in one night. If you can make it shorter, you'd love to make it shorter. As we are actually giving guarantee, it is January 18th, actually. So it's a week later than that. It's the 18th. That is when they will be competing. So again, a month from now. Pretty long amount of time to wait for a lot of these teams. No one likes waiting, but if you can get yourself some positive momentum here in the last week of the regular season, going in that playoff bracket, and also potentially a bye for that first round, and you're setting yourself up for some great success. Because again, we'll hopefully get things very shortly as in comes Tulsi, Shay, and Goose. Shay, specifically a player that we used to see on Affinity Reborn. Again, very fun to see all these players in the lobby here, as again, we'll hopefully get things underway shortly. Amazing night. Hopefully all of you out there are enjoying yourselves. Prediction poll is live, so get your votes on who you think will win this one, 100x Astra or Thrive Academy. Astra technically has the advantage here. They've had a longer win streak. They actually, I think, a 4-week win streak. Obviously a better record. But, I mean, it's the last week. these teams are ready to throw everything out. Just kind of look for some momentum here in their championship race, I guess. Well, it's a race for an advantage in the championship, that's for sure. Here, as we are getting confirmation, Astra joining in just about a minute or two, so we'll get things going here. But again, gonna be a really fun match here in the Tsunami Cup. If you don't know what rank level this is GC3 SSL, low SSL, specifically here in the Tsunami Cup. Fortunately, the Rocket League Splash Series hasn't changed those divisions, and again, the Tsunami Cup this season actually smaller than I think it was last season. Only 16 teams this time around. Yeah, and only 16 teams this time around compared to, I think, what we had 24 last season, so things are a little bit different here. And we're going to be having quite an exciting night overall here as we get things sorted out. So again, give us a little bit of time while we get Onyx Astra in the lobby, but once we do, good to get things underway. It'd be really fun to get to see this match tonight, a best-of-5 series. Again, a little bit of fun for all these teams as they look to compete for the championship. Again, all out there having a fun time.
I killed everyone on that.
And are going to enjoy what we have here this evening, as we'll get this match underway shortly. Again, 5, an org that we have never seen before on this stream. Quite a big org, actually. For the 5, I want to make sure I get it. I think it's called the Ascendant Series. The 5 Ascendant Series, which itself is a follow-up to the Stride Women's Night. So, Stride Ladies Night, that's what it's called. Not the Women's Night, the Ladies Night. Here, so. Shout out to Rocket Star, by the way, good friend of mine. I know she's running those events, so, and I've heard that they've been amazing. So, shout outs to her. Shout outs to Corporal Monkey Shines, who's saying hi. Hello, Corporal. Nice to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Here, Corporal Monkey Shines. Nice to have you joining tonight. As, again, we'll get this match underway, a best-of-5 series. And thankfully, for once, I actually made sure I listed the team records on my scoreboard. I didn't do that earlier today. So, thankfully I did it here. So, I'm pretty happy about that. Of course, we'll wait on these two teams to join on in. As, you know what, speaking of, here they are. In comes Alex, Patty, and Kagura out of Onyx Astra. Again, very storied players. If you've been on the stream long enough, they need no introduction. But here we go, we get ourselves into this best-of-5 series. Onyx Astra, one of the old names out of Onyx 35 Esports, but a very new team together. On the blue, 5 Academy on the orange, and a best-of-5 series. It's the end of the regular season, as we know it here for Season 7. Both these teams would love to see themselves not only end it with a bang, but with better seating in that final bracket. Astra trying to get things started with an early shot out of Patty and a lot of demos early on. Just knowing this team back when they were the Royals, and even back when they used to be known as Astra. Not exactly known for, they were known for their aggression, not for their demos, but you can see a lot of it right now. Alex going headhunting, and it's Patty with the first goal. Did not let off the Irishman there in Shea. He sent him above the bar and gave Patty an open backfield to look at. This is a very new look to Onyx Astra. Newer than what I was expecting on this team. This team in the past was known for their extremely solid rotations. So a very different performance here to see them go for a much more demo play, a demo-heavy style. You can tell this team means business, and I mean, Kagura being the newest addition to this roster was added initially as a sub for this team. Again, having to make his kind of space known, but was part of the Onyx Ignite roster, which was known to be extremely over-aggressive. I don't know how much of an effect he has had in this playstyle change. I just think a lot more of it has to do with what Astra, back when they were the Royals, were not able to do. This is a team that has played in a lot of championships, but hasn't won all that much, has not been able to win that often. They've won before, they, I think, won They made it really close recently in the Hockey Rocket League series, losing in the grand finals. This is definitely a team that, at least recently, is showing signs of faltering when the pressure is high. That could be a very big reason for why they are changing things up here tonight, while they're trying to change things up in the Rocket League Smash Series so that they can, get rid of those demons in their playoff pass. They're already guaranteed to go to the playoffs this season, so they're going to have to fight that bracket soon enough, but of course, a lot of that comes down to that mentality. And right now you can see Astra putting the pressure on here. Alex never let up on the shot. And it's a second goal for Astra already. Thrive Academy getting overwhelmed on the defensive side. There are shots like that flying in, flying through.
How are we gonna lose?
Astra bringing a lot of shots in early, bringing a lot of offense in early. As it will go to the back corner. Kagura looking for Patty. Oh, he had Alex there as well. Everybody committed out of Onyx Astra. And that should be the first goal of the day for Thrive. Had that shot been better out of Totsi, it just needed more power, but he had no resources. And chances like those with Thrive Academy that you, as an attacker, you may not have too much effect on. You really need to be able to score those plays. You really need to be able... You really want to score those plays. It feels like it's those chances that can turn the series around, because right now, Astra is running on cruise control. 3 goals in half the game. And there is no stopping this team right now. Under 2.5 minutes to go, but my goodness. Onyx Astra happy to bring the offense here. As Kagura, Patty, Shay, blocked by Alex, Onyx Astra, doing just to play the midfield. This is a lot like the old school Royal side. That we know as a play off the corner. Alex unable to score there as we have a disconnect out of Thrive Academy. Goose has left the lobby. And unfortunately for Thrive Academy, they're gonna have to play 2v3 for the time being. As they will get a goal back by Shay. I think everybody stopped moving here. No one knows what they're supposed to do here. And for Thrive Academy, through the chaos, they'll find their first goal of the series. And with a goal back, Thrive, again, going to be forced to play 2v3. Position you don't want to be in here, especially with that goal potentially giving them that momentum back. Their hope right now relies on Goose being able to reconnect to the lobby. As Kagura blocked by Shay. Addy stops moving as well here. I have a feeling he doesn't want to get involved in this, but he might want to. Thrive Academy showing they've got a lot of talent in the 2v2 game mode, because it is Shay and Totsi ripping apart through Alex and Kagura. It's no easy feat. Kagura's a pretty solid 2v2 player. I've seen him play a good amount of that in the past. He is a 2v2 player not to mess with. As again, I think everybody still just doesn't know what to do here, but fortunately this game continues onward here, and I think Astra is still looking for the goal to take a 2-goal lead again. They really don't want... Astra will be only worse than, having to play this way. Giving up a goal, it's giving up multiple goals. They're going to make sure that this game stays in their favor. I'm sure many would consider this dirty means, but again, with a disconnect like that, only hope here for Thrive is resting in if Goose can rejoin the lobby. As Tulsi, nothing left in the tank, can't get the ceiling shot to go. Jay waiting in the back corner. Patty still in front, but that pinch goes long. Kagura having to backtrack just to get there. Now he's been chased down. Thrive. Oh, it's a bit of an undershoot there from Tulsi. Shay doesn't have this in control either. Panic for Thrive, but they will recover. Kagura will keep it airborne and will keep Thrive waiting. And every single second they wait is time that they cannot use to score. Tulsi has the dribble, was looking for the bump on it too. Could not connect. Now goes Shay. Kagura with the save. And I think he's going to make sure that goes in. He will. It's 5-2. 30 seconds left. And Astra looking to secure Game 1 through any means possible. I didn't think our night would start off this way. But boy, what a game one. We are going to make sure we get 5 Academy to get their third reconnected to the lobby before we start game 2. Now, this is going to count as a game win for Astra, their first of this best of 5 series. Oh, as Goose is actually just reconnected. Fortunately, it will be a little bit too late for that. But it does mean, at least for now, we do know he's back, and that's a good thing here for 5. They don't have to wait too long between games 1 and 2 to see if they can get themselves back in this series. And unfortunately for them, that disconnect has cost them game 1. Not a great start, but at least for 5, they can say that they tried, because they definitely brought the effort in there. Having to play 3v2 by the end of game 1, due to that disconnect, does not make life easy for them. So we'll hopefully get these players back in with everyone. We'll move into game 2 as soon as I get the okay from Thrive. Yeah, we'll make sure that everything's okay between both these teams before we move into game 2 here. I want to make sure that we don't encounter any further disconnect issues, or that if we do, we know that it can happen. So apologies while we take probably a short delay here. I had to make sure all these teams are okay. Sounds like it's okay though. I have just been told by Thrive it was a game crash, and hopefully it won't happen. And hopefully, at least on my side, it won't happen again here for the rest of the night. Because as much as it's interesting to talk about teams playing 2v3, you don't actually want to see teams play 2v3. And we are going to wait on them. It seems like they're still getting everything sorted out. So, while we do know that the issue is hopefully not going to repeat itself, we are going to wait on these on Thrive to see if they are good to go. But again, we'll hopefully get these teams in as soon as we can. I know that these teams don't exactly like that, but we are going to be waiting here while we get these teams back in. We are getting the confirmation. Goose is back in. He must have done a game reset. And we'll get things back underway. Apologies there between game 2. Both these teams have a little bit of fun between each other. I hope that's fun in the chat. Whatever it is, we're in for game 2. And Astra, well, they're looking to keep that beating going, even if it was in part due to a disconnect. They're going to keep that beating going, because even at the start of the game, when they were playing at full strength, Astra were the much stronger team, had the control of the offense, and their demo-heavy style actually really threw off 5 Academy. And it's surprising that at this level, you don't see nearly as many teams focus on going for demo-heavy play games, or really are prepared for that. And it's surprising to me because it's a meta that has been around and has evolved for such a long period of time. Teams just aren't used to it still here, and Astra right now, make sure they bring that aggression to Thrive, off the back wall, Patty! Great save. Dalty was able to pre-jump that one and get in the way. Now it's Patty again. Alex. I'm trying to find Kagura, but Goose is waiting for it, and he'll get around 1. Patty, the last one back. Alex there, support. Infield pass. Dalty had no boost, and for 5, that's been a constant for them this series. They've had infield passes that have had plays that have been perfectly set up, but just not all the resources added together to do what they need to do. Kagura. Goose. Oh my goodness, what a dunk from Patty. Jumped from midair to get that one. And stabbed it away. Astra's got offense because of this, but once again heading back, and I think one thing to focus on is going to be how much boost that third defender has for Astra, because every single time they go to offense, that player rotating back is left on nothing. when you got a player who's left on no boost as the only one back on defense, that can create a lot of possibilities for quick counterattacks to really be lethal. And I think if I'm Thrive, I'd be focusing on the fact that Astra just doesn't have a lot of boost when they're rotating back to defense, and it's definitely something that you would want to take advantage of. Unfortunately for them, this Astra team is not very slow. This is a fast-moving Astra. Thrive Academy is going to have a very tough time outpacing them or really surprising them with their transition. Shay. Patty. Back pass out to Kagura as he gets around Goose. Space to work with here for Kagura. Under Shay, but I'll see the last one back. No boost as well, but expertly timed. He's given his team all they need to go down the field. Shay, Goose in support. He'll go for the bump on Alex. Not able to connect. Talji still has no boost. He has not connected a lot back there. Off the back wall. Patty! Goal one! And it was Thrive Academy. Talji still left out to dry. And without picking up any boost, left himself out to be destroyed. Astra takes goal one. And the Thrive Academy, I'm sure Palchi's teammates were just as confused as I was, seeing him back with nothing in the tank. 2 minutes to go. This game is picked up. Astra scoring first once again, as this is actually going to fall towards the net. Alex hasn't done very well to get that out either. Shay, I think, was trying to find the follow-up against Patty, but won't get very far with this. Drive still has. Goose, oh, what a fake! Goes right under the defense. And Thrive's back in it. As Goose finds the opening on the front post, right behind the defenders. We Thrive GG has tied this game up. Astra's not done. Kagura, it's a really creative outplay. They'll find Alex, but the shot not good enough. Patty, very slow to challenge that. Didn't even go for it at the end of that play. Thrive, yet another infield pass attempt, and it feels like just a matter of time before one of those connects. Patty. Baltzy. Alex. Do the play. Kagura now. Sidewall. In front for Patty. Let's get by Goose. Now it's just being left to the midfield. Goose demoed! It's gonna fall through for Patty! And it's the tried and true method that we saw used in game one. Send it ahead and go for the defenders. Goose removed. And there's just not much time that Thrive has to recover. Shay had to avoid that bump, but was not able to make the save in the same path. Thanks, Astra. One goal up again. Alex, flip reset. No way! Perfect! Right on the nose of Patty. And the captain has got his hat trick. Flip for Alex. Open net for Patty. It could not have been much easier for him. And with a minute to go, it's 100x Astra. Who is in the perfect place to take match point early. Baltzy. It's a wide open net for Goose. Oh, but he's missed. Shay. He hits it in the Goose. It doesn't matter how it goes in. At this point for Thrive, they need goals. And any play that they can get, they will take. 45 seconds, a 1-goal difference. This game stays interesting. What a dunk for Patty. No way! Can he get a follow-up on that? Shay wasn't able to read it. But actually, Shay jumping there gave Patty no hope to get to that one. He had faith that Shay was going to read that touch, even though Shay had no chance. Just him going for it. Made Astra reconsider whether or not they'd actually have that second touch. It gave, it essentially has kept Thrive in this game. Now can they turn this around? Goose, good start to offense. Kagura beat by Totsi. Patty will send this out. 10 seconds to go. Thrive need a chance. Totsi. Play from the sidewall. Cleared back by Patty. Cleared away by Astra. 5 need to go again. Infield it goes. Kagura to block. Second touch. Actually going for nets, but it's just gonna hit the ground instead. And it will be Astra now on triple match point. They have 3 chances to take the series and end their regular season with a 6-1 record. What would be guaranteed spot in that quarterfinals. A bye would be huge for them, and they're only 1 game away from doing that. So, Astra again continuing really well-placed offense from the start. This game a lot closer, but I mean, the confidence out of Astra right now is showing. We head to game 3. Astra is going to head to what would be a sweep here. What a huge result it would be for Next 35. It would only be their 2nd sweep of the season. It would be huge for this team's confidence. And as we keep things going here, as we get ourselves closer and closer to our 3rd game, Astra needs to take game 3 to win the series, or 5 could be coming back into this one. Here we go. Game 3 of this best-of-5 series. Astra. Here they go. 1 game away from a 3-0 sweep in the last week of the regular season, in this season sponsored by Lotus 8 Esports, next to New Esports, and Claim to Fame Entertainment. Astra, who've been representing the blue all night, themselves closer to the offense, the team in purple. And it's a good start too. Patty, with no one between him and the nets, will find his way, threading the needle. Or really, Alex will find his way to thread the needle between all 3 defenders. And again, Patty, he might be the one getting all the goals, getting all the praise, but he has had so many easy shots tonight because his teammates have stepped up when they needed to. But here goes Goose. Oh, no way, and the Merc as well. I haven't even mentioned tonight that Goose is playing in a Merc, which is a very unusual card choice. But we generally see people do that mostly as a joke. But it feels like actually that might be Goose's card, which, if it is, credit to you. That's a great... I respect people who don't go for the convention and play in an Octane, a Fennec, an Octane hitbox of any type. It feels like everybody likes playing in the Octane or the Fennec, and we give credit to people who don't choose those cars by intention. Fortunately for him, his card choice has not been able to turn things around for 5. In fact, Goose himself has still been relatively quiet, but that's a great outplay there. I may have just spoken into existence. Oh dear, oh boy, it's on the line. How did 5 not score there? I must have put a curse on Goose, because that was an open net for him. And he somehow hit the post, hit the crossbar, and it still didn't go in. And now Astra look to pay back. Kagura able to get the bump on Shea, a bit too slow in the dribble. Astra trying to hold the midfield. Goose gets around to 1. Goose flicked over 2. Alex ran into. Open for Taltzi. And Goose is making sure his open at miss will not come to haunt him. Muscling his way through Astra. And he's giving Taltzi an easy net to look at. Just one-man armies at this point. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of these players just to set up for the plays. It's so selfless. But that's what makes the difference. Teams who can find that kind of ability to not play for themselves, but to play for their team. As Goose Going again. That's another great play. That's going to go right off the bar and in. Goose is on fire right now. You just have to take me mentioning his car to get him some goals. But ever since the start of this game, he has been on a mission to really stick it in the face of Astra. Prove that 5 Academy is nowhere near eliminated. Alex. Low boost sets up Patty. Here you go. He gets past one. It's left in the midfield waiting. Tulsi leaving this one off. Astra don't have enough to challenge, and they'll have to go to defense. Double tap. Tulsi. Oh, he's missed it, but it went in anyways. I think it bounced off Patty. And Thrive Academy will take a 2-goal lead. Tulsi missed his shot, but oh boy, Patty. In the wrong place at the wrong time. Rotated in very aggressively. And will concede a goal that wasn't even on target. But oh, Kagura! And as I said, these one-man armies have been something else this game. Look at this. Not only does he just get the flick by Tulsi, but he goes right through Shea as well. I mentioned that Goose was on a mission. I think everybody here on this field's on a mission. Sort of confidence at this level to see players just go for that is beyond comprehension. But it's what makes these teams so good. The best of their division. It's just who is going to be there as well. Shea. And Patty to keep this out. Alex will keep going. Around Goose. Tulsi. Shea, straight on net, but Patty will be there. Goose, oh, Alex actually helping him on the clear. Now he's gonna keep this away from Shea. Tulsi has Goose support, but Goose is gonna stay back and play defensive. Five's got the lead, they don't need to score anymore. Although I would be very concerned, because this is a lot of time for Astra. We know this team can score. Patty nearly did it there. The Strive will just send this down the field, away from the net. And Astra will continue to look for that goal to tie this game up. Time running out for them in Game 3. Reminder, they're not the ones under the pressure, though. It's Thrive who needs to win this game to keep the series going. And Astra love to have other ideas to that. Tulsi. Agra just sitting in the way. Astra still stuck up on the midfield here, but now they've broken through. Alex, let me get rid of Tulsi. He'll go through. Patty just goes right into the challenge. And it is Astra who's found their breakthrough. And once again, it's the harassment of that last upender that is making the difference. Shot wasn't very well placed. When you got your defender who has to force himself to move away from the shot, the shot doesn't need to be very good on your side. Kagura now. Astra, they've got to be feeling confident now, looking for an end in regulation. Alex, flip reset, goes right through Shea. Still unable to find the shot, though. And Astra still searching for one last chance. Kagura, fake to Patty. Now he'll leave it for Alex. Goose will dunk. Five will keep this alive, or at least I thought they would, but the time has expired. We head to overtime. Reminder, if Astra scores next, the series is theirs. So is a guaranteed spot in the quarterfinals. Kagura. Shea. Alex just goes right through Shea to get to that one. Kind of storyline for Astra all night here is that they've been trying to play through Thrive Academy. Very tough to do when Thrive has shown that they have numbers in their favor, but they may not have space. That net's open. Shea's whiffed. Alex! Oh, he's hit the back post. He must not have expected the whip there because he really rushed that shot. And Astra keep going. Patty ends it on the Doomsday Dish. Hunter Astra take the series in overtime. Patty fights through Goose, fights through the Merc, to give Astra the win. 3 games straight, that's all that Hunter x Astra needed. Their regular season will end in a perfect story, a 3-0 clean sweep. With every game being as close as it was. My goodness. Again, what a performance for Hunter x Astra. They've guaranteed themselves a top 2 spot out of their group. And for 5 now, looking back at next to New Cosmos, Cosmos could potentially leapfrog them now in the standings because of that. But great performance from Astra. 3-0 in their favor. That was a great performance out of Astra. 3 games. Into this one with a good mindset and really 3 games. Again, we'll get things underway here. Night. That's a quick end, but I gotta give a lot of appreciation to Thrive, even with them dealing with those disconnect issues. They battled until the very end of that series. It shows you just how good of a team they are, as well, and that they should not be a team that you should sleep on in that final bracket. Again, that will be happening January. Well, but for now, it is Astra's night. Welcome in, Patty. A 3-0 sweep to end your regular season in the Tsunami Cup. Congratulations to you and to Astra on what has been a very successful season.
Yep. Thank you.
Of course, and I mean, I mentioned a lot about the Royals roster. The roster this team was, used to be named under, and Royals roster was a roster that was known to struggle in playoff situations, struggle under that pressure. More than once, you guys have gone to the playoff bracket and have had issues, but it feels like this season is the most confident you guys have been since then. I don't know if you would agree with that, because you would know more than I would about that, but knowing that this team, is going to the playoffs, especially in such a tough division with such a good record, is this the most confident this team has ever felt?
I would believe so. I don't think we're having much problems right now, if that's what you're asking, but I think we're playing the best rugby we've had.
I would consider that the most confident you've ever. In that case, if you continue to go through, but even a field sweep, every game was close against Rock. That's the big thing that we've got to talk about in this series. That every game was close, even though it was a 3-0 sweep. You guys just were the better team. You had the offense, you had the composure, you had the drive to take it. A little bit more so than 5 Academy had tonight. Well, you won 3 games straight, but kept it close. But it shows that you guys, how close this division is, but that you guys still have that stronghold over. And now that you've guaranteed yourself a bye to the top 8 and the quarterfinals, you get to watch some of these teams play before you even have to play. So, I mean, that is a huge advantage. I remember, in the past, hearing you guys talk about, not wanting to play longer days. Now you get to play a shorter day. You only have 3 matches now to go the whole thing, rather than 4. Talk to me about kind of what that's going to do for this team overall.
I mean, we play better in shorter spans. I mean, that's for sure. At least our whole team-wise, we play better together. But I think it'll help a lot that we're not playing as much. Just consistency. So.
Yeah, and definitely, I mentioned that you guys could be watching those matches, but I want to hear again, knowing that the championship, it's a very long time away. It's going to happen. You guys, at least, I think it's January 18th. So you guys have a long time to prepare for that. You've got over a month to do that. So, I mean, we mentioned how a lot of things can change in a very short span of time. You now have a month before you get to see these teams all over again. What are you guys going to be doing? Not only to prepare for that championship, but even during that first round of the championship.
We're gonna be getting more scrims with our new starter, Cug, and I don't know. I think overall it's just scrimming, keeping good vibes. That's pretty much it.
I mean, that makes sense for a team like of your caliber. Everybody else is trying to get better and better as well. So Pressure's on, and now I gotta ask you. I know it seems like it might be a silly question, but is this it? Is this the chance for you and for Alex? You two have been teammates for a really long time. Is this your opportunity? Is this going to be the time that you guys do lift the trophy?
Man,
Told you
no,
it was a silly sounding question.
we should have won the last two. I mean, our last two should have been a chance. I mean, there's always a chance, and I don't really see a team that we could lose to. I'm looking forward to playing the lads, hopefully. But I mean, technically, this should be our chance.
I love to hear that. That's confidence for you all. That was Patty joining us here at Astra. Field sweep over 5 Academy in your last week of the regular season. You guys again, I guarantee that top 8 finish in the Tsunami Cup. Congratulations on your win, Patty. Before you leave, and what will be leaving for a while because you're not going to be back until January. Do you have any shoutouts? Any last things that you want to say?
Shout out 100x, big man thirsty. You already know.
Thank you so much
That's
for
it.
joining, Patty. Congratulations
Yep.
on your win tonight. Good luck in the playoffs, and hopefully we'll see you then.
Thank you. Thank you.
Patty joining us there out of our next sweep to take down 5 Academy. That will end our night as well. Thank you all so much for joining the Sportiest stream. On for a while, actually. We're going to be going into the finals week, so for all of you out there, thank you so much for your support. Amazing. We're fun to be around. Now, take care and be well. We'll see you guys again in a while from now, but when we come back, I hope you guys aren't going to be missing me for too long. Take care. Be well, everybody. Thank you so much for being so supportive of the stream, and again, I love you all very much, so amazing, amazing night to all of you. And of course, sooner than you'll know it, this stream will be back live.